the cacti stand tall, there's a dusty old place that's got it all. Chickens and goats and a barbecue pit. CAMBO-LAND's the name, you won't forget it. CAMBO-LAND, oh CAMBO-LAND. Adventure waits in the desert sand. Grab your boots and cowboy hat. You're home now, partner. Imagine that.
So guys, as much as I really didn't want to do this, I've decided that for you guys and for the sake of this Planet Coaster 2 series, I'm going to be buying the overpriced as hell Thrill Seekers ride pack. Do I not own this? Yeah, I do. Okay, thank God. 7. So it's down from $9.99. So that's why I've decided to buy it. Ugh. What is up guys, and welcome to the 4th chapter of my series of me playing Planet Coaster 2 in my own theme park, CAMBO-LAND. And I'll tell you what, this is an exciting episode because we're finally venturing away from the entrance for the first time, which is very exciting for me. Because I've kind of just wanted to get this entrance done, and I'm sure within the last 3 weeks you guys have been like, this is good, but come on, we've got to get out the entrance. So yeah, kind of giving the entrance a break because I'm still going to add some information desks and stuff in there, and a toilet, because first thing you want to do is get off the bus and go for a wee or a poo-poo. So yeah, obviously gotta make room for that. But yeah, currently, what I'm doing is I've scaled up these nice wooden fences just in order to make them bigger. Start with obviously scale, but just to kind of raise it a bit so you can't see this westerny area that I'm building here, which is going to be pretty cool. But yeah, I've raised it up because I kind of want the sightlines to be non-existent, as in I don't want people to see what's in the western area from other ones, maybe apart from the roller coaster that I'm going to build, which while I was filming this I didn't know I was going to build a coaster. I'm not building any rides this episode, just full disclaimer, but I think now I've just thought of it in my head, it would be smart to do a mine train because it's western, there's mines. Yeah, I've decided that I'm going to change the floor, make it a bit more. It's the sand in the game just doesn't look like sand. It's all flat. There's no kind of depth to it. So I've decided to go for more of a soil, like Back to the Future kind of western, rather than kind of sandy A Million Ways to Die in the West western. But that's what I decided to do, and it's really annoying because these trees that have kind of just come over the line but are partially outside the line, you can't get rid of, which is a real nasty thing that they've put in, meaning that you can't get rid of it. But yeah, I'm just going kind of along the perimeter while trying not to lose my mind over this snap to grid function, because I kind of need it to stay in a straight line, but at the same time it doesn't kind of do what I want it to do. But whatever, you know, it's there and we got to deal with it. And as you saw, like, I don't know, a couple minutes ago, I bought the Thrill Seekers DLC, which the only reason I decided to do was because I'm doing this series and I thought, you know, may as well have everything. Since I bought the deluxe edition of the game back in November, I pre-ordered because I wanted to get the Omni Mover Rides thingy, because I thought, you know, I can't go into the future and not have that. But yeah, it was a bit upsetting that I paid, I think I paid 80 in the end for the game. Is that right? Or 60? I think, no. I pre-ordered it on CD Keys originally for 45, and then they told me that they weren't going to do it anymore. So then I had to pay, I think, 65 on Steam for the pre-order, so that kind of sucked. But back in December when the Thrill Rides pack originally came out, there was a lot of backlash. So, and I get it, you know, the game wasn't finished. But I decided today, because it went on sale again, back to the lowest price again, I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna bite the bullet, you know, got some money in the account. First time ever. But yeah, I thought, I'm just gonna bite the bullet, you know, and then I got it, and then I'm not gonna spend it all, and then realize that I can't buy it for if I want to use something for it. But since they added the Western thing in update 3, which is like 2-3 weeks ago now, I thought let's also do a Western theme straight away, use all that good stuff, because that was a theme from the first game, if I'm not mistaken. It was a good theme. It was a very good theme from the first Planet Coaster game. But although it's upsetting that they didn't have it at the start, I think the game should have come out like now. Like really, it should have come out now and had like a space theme, basically all the themes that they had in the original game, all the coasters and stuff they had in the original game, and then only start to think about a DLC when it has stuff that wasn't just in the first game. Or, you know, make the packs the same price. So this pack was a tenner originally, 10 quid, 10 euros for me, £8 or whatever. But, oh, we're going into the ad. Enjoy. Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting your regularly scheduled program. All I want to say is thank you to w.gg for sponsoring today's video. And if you want to save 10% on your next order for any purchase at all, please use the code EXTREMESGAMES10 for 10% off your order. That's the video.
Sorry, they just had to go into that quick ad from our sponsor. But anyway, yeah, like I was saying, I think the game should have actually come out now with everything in it, and then only do a DLC. Well, if they're going to do a DLC, I think it should have been even 10 quid's kind of a lot, you know. Planet Zoo stuff now is like, they're all down to like $4.99, and you get tons of stuff, tons of scenery, you get a couple new animals. Was there any scenery in this new pack? No, I don't think there was. I literally just think it was basically what I'm saying is that Planet Zoo, not Planet Coaster, jeez, my memory today. That the Planet Zoo packs are probably better value if we're looking at it, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think Planet Coaster 2 had a different game director. Not sure, but anyway, what I'm doing right here is I'm building the facade of a building. I don't think there's going to be anything going in here. I just think it's going to be for show. Obviously, I will do some other facades for buildings, and then I'll put like a restaurant, which comes in the next update. I will make sure to add a few of those throughout the park, but also to put guest services, to put bathrooms, and to put just like little shops, cafes, or food stands that aren't full restaurants. It's cool though that they are going to be adding the Planet Zoo restaurant system rather than the Planet Coaster 1 ones, because the Planet Coaster 1 restaurant system was a disgrace. I don't know if you remember, they used to literally just walk into a black box and they'd come out when they'd had their meal, which was a kind of a weird system, because you didn't actually get to see them have their food or really anything. So wasn't very realistic, like, at all. That was a bit of a shame. What I'm doing here is I'm digging out a pit in this area because I'm going to be doing like a kind of entrancey lake kind of thing, which I don't know if you can do like fountains or whatever, but I might do like a fountain show if I can figure out how to use the sequencer, because that gives me anxiety just thinking about it. But I've accidentally just flooded a bit of the other. Okay, I flooded the whole map. Okay. Thank God for the Control Z function to remove stuff as quick as possible. But what I'm doing now is I'm adding a steamboat, because I'm thinking, you know, let's just not put this as bland as possible. You know, let's kind of hint towards the west, anything to the right. And we'll do a nice little entrance sign to the western area in the next episode. And finally get our first ride in. 100% we will at least get the first ride in. I'm not promising it'll be themed yet, but we will definitely get the first ride in. And we will get the entrance to... Right, next episode, first ride, not promising it'll be themed. We'll finish the entrance to the actual park. We'll get toilets and information / guest services in Priority Pass. Well, whatever. And then we will get the entrance to the Wild West area done. So comment down below, in the comments down below, the name for the western area, please. Please, and because I want to do it. So my current thought was Frontier Falls, but if anybody has any better ideas, then please comment them down below, and be much appreciated, really, because your boy ain't got no clue, so you know. But yeah, I'm really struggling with this. It's the word animatronic. That is kind of just like a bar that has a moving thing on it, and you can attach scenery to it, but there's no kind of real indication of how to do it. So it took a lot of trial and error to realize that you have to do it through you have to pick the scenery through the actual thing, rather than having a bit of scenery next to it and then selecting it, which is really annoying, because that's the way I would have done it. But nope, you got to do it through the thing, so that made it quite difficult. As you can see what I'm doing here, it took me forever. As I say in almost every episode, all these videos are time-lapsed, apart from the cinematics and the bit at the end where I go into guest view. Everything else is time-lapse, so this is about like an hour and a half of footage sped up just of me testing doing this. And I honestly didn't know how my PC was going to cope, because when I did my first stream it did not look good at all, but it's good to see in these videos that it's looking much better, so that's good to see. And yes, there will be cinematics at the end of this one. I brought them back, just I didn't do it in the last one, mainly just because the fact that literally we didn't do any, well, me, not we, did the audio system. And, you know, what am I going to do? A cinematic of a speaker? I mean, comment down below if you want cinematics of speakers and I'll do it. But I just thought, let's get it out as quick as possible. No need to do that. But in this one, there is cinematics, so don't even worry about that. And then what I decided to do is to get the paddle thing at the back of the steamboat to rotate. So I've had to start again, essentially, with it just to add that. So you have to put that, then you have to get the steamboat, you have to go through the thing to select it, like that. Then, and only then, can you get the rotational moving thing to put on there. And then only then can you get the paddle thing at the back to do that, which is very annoying. But you know, if that's how you got to do it to make it look good, then I got to do that, right? Because your boy ain't messing. He's trying to make a good park, not some kind of lame ass thing. But and then I've decided I'm putting some water jets, because obviously it just going through the water just kind of looks a bit meh. So I don't really know if this looks any good. Tell me what you think in the comments down below, and leave a like if you're enjoying this series so far, because I'm having a blast and making these videos is fun. Honestly, the hardest thing to do is talk about what I'm doing and other stuff for 19 minutes or 14 minutes, I think were the other ones. But I'm doing my best, and I think I'm doing good so far. So leave a like if I'm doing good. Thank you. I mean, loving the growth of the channel at the moment with everything, really. It's
Welcome to CAMBO-LAND, oh yeah. Twists and turns flying high in the air. Screams of joy fill the atmosphere. In Cambo,
all right. So we were
no room for
hello. So we're in first person mode now, and as you can see here, we now have some super duper cool looking bus signs. We got Billy Bob Busco, we got Bumpy Ride Incorporated, and then can't remember what this one says over here now. Oh, Bus in Busco. Yeah, that's pretty fire. We got the sexy looking welcome to CAMBO-LAND theme park sign, where the weather is cool and the LUD on the screen is western. So we got this cool steamboat thing over here with the paddle at the back. I didn't think I'd be using these things as fast, and I don't know how to use the what's it called, the sequencer thing. So this is what we got for now. And now I'm looking at that looks very underwater. How do you jump? Oh, can I jump in? Jump. Yeah, I was thinking quite underwater, but you know. And then round, so that way will be one area, and then there'll be some more over the back. But this is going to be a pretty. So I know I said it was going to be small, but I didn't realize how much space we actually had. So I think this area might be a bit smaller than this, because this is crazy. Unless we go all out. So as you can see, I've started building western stuff. That looks pretty mid. I'm definitely probably going to change it. So yeah, this is huge. So I'm thinking we will have a river rapids and a coaster and some flat rides in this area. But yeah, I will start with that next episode. But I think based off the time of this video, this is going to be the longest episode so far. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the slightly longer video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the cinematics and this first person view. We'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.